It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Rescue Towing, Command Family Medicine, and John's Heating and Air. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your Monday and happy Veterans Day to all of our vets that are listening this morning. We've got a great day ahead for you. Temperatures this morning are kind of chilly. We've got numbers near 40 degrees, a few upper 30s, low 40s in spots, and potentially some patchy fog that's showing up on the satellite picture, mainly river valleys. It's not a widespread dense fog that we're dealing with, but some patchy areas of fog certainly possible this morning with temperatures near 40 degrees. As we heat things up, I've got sunshine in the forecast today, and it'll actually end up being a nice warm day in the Ozarks. High temperatures, they're going to land somewhere around the upper 60s and low 70s. So overall, this is nice weather, pretty tranquil for a November day, and temperatures are even running slightly above average for this time of the year. With these warm afternoon temps, it'll be a great day to get outdoors. Dress in layers though today. You definitely need the long sleeve shirt, the jacket this morning with temps near 40. By this afternoon, sunshine combined with that 70 degrees and the wind that remains light, you could go with a t-shirt this afternoon and be just fine. The weather map today shows that we have the sunshine here in the middle part of the country. There are storm systems on each coast to kick off the new week here, but we will see some rain return to our forecast as well. I have numbers that are seasonably warm this week. I know a lot of deer hunters asking and saying, hey, when's that really cold weather coming? Because that's what they like. That's what gets the deer moving. However, it looks pretty mild for the remainder of this week, all the way into the weekend. Generally, I'm talking about highs in the 60s, lows in the 40s, and that looks to be the case for the next 5 to 7 days or so. Scattered showers and thunderstorms do return to this forecast. However, that happens Tuesday night into much of the day on Wednesday. It does look fairly widespread, but not a lot in terms of how much water ends up in the rain gauge. However, we could have a few rumbles of thunder. So with some of the flooding issues that we had just last week, we'll keep a close eye on amounts that are heading our way for Tuesday. Overall, it's a nice week, and today is one of the warmer ones with highs near 70. We're still in the upper 60s tomorrow. Increasing clouds, though, through the day on Tuesday as we start to see our next storm system ramp up. I think it's Tuesday night into most of the day on Wednesday that we see the more widespread chances for showers and thunderstorms. Numbers, they're going to be a little bit cooler by the time we get to Thursday and Friday with highs back into the lower 60s. Still seasonal for this time of year, and we will see some dry weather as we get closer to Thursday and Friday also. So really the only rainy day looks to be on Wednesday of this week. There is more rain though in the extended forecast. I want to at least mention this because models have been signaling at maybe another heavier rainfall event happening, not this coming weekend, but next weekend. So it's in the long range forecast. Certainly time for that to change. But if you're already thinking about Thanksgiving holiday travel, I just want to put that on your radar early that we could be dealing with some more heavy rain potentially as we head into the next 2 weeks. And temperatures still look to be warm as we go through the middle part of November. That's according to the Climate Prediction Center. So a little bit of an early forecast for you there. All right, around the country, what's making headlines this morning is a series of 2 different cold fronts that are arriving for the West Coast and another for the East Coast, creating some rain and snowfall for much of the country. The Pacific Northwest in particular. An atmospheric river is actually going to bring heavy coastal rainfall to the West Coast and high elevation snowfall to portions of the Northwest. Of course, we saw the snowfall in the Rockies just last week. It's that time of year we're going to start getting those snow-capped mountain photos coming from our friends out west. So you'll be hearing about those 2 things in the national news headlines. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister Trivia question for the day. And it's a timely question that I have for you today. It has to do with Veterans Day. What state held the first Veterans Day celebration? Do you think that happened in A, Arkansas, B, Alabama, C, New York, or D, Virginia? Those are the options that I left you with on Friday. And if you guessed B, Alabama, you would be correct. In fact, Alabama is ramping up today for the 77th annual National Veterans Day Parade. This takes place in downtown Birmingham, Alabama. The parade celebrates the national holiday, of course, officially signed into legislation by President Dwight Eisenhower in 1954. Birmingham, Alabama is the longest running parade of its kind in the country. So Alabama gets the credit there. Congrats if B was your guess. All right, here's the question that I'll leave you with for tomorrow. Out of 12, how many dogs survived the Titanic? Do you think it was A, 1, B, 3, C, 10, or D, 12? You can submit your guess. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. Thank you so much for listening. And thank you to our sponsors, Rescue Towing, Command Family Medicine, and John's Heating and Air. I hope you have a great day. I'll be back to chat with you early again tomorrow morning.